Alright, so in my previous videos I did various tests playing around with Xilonen C2 in regards to the Electro synergies, and I tested a lot that I can come up with, but I did recommend, like, obviously dropping a comment with a team I didn't use, or yeah, stuff like that. So I had an issue with the Miku, or I believe I didn't mention her, and a comment recommended me just using Raiden to just pair them together, pretty much lore accurate, pair them together and see how the energy functions well and cooldowns, because I had an issue with Yae-Miko's energy, so Raiden Shogun should pretty much eradicate that. So, as you can see, I was able to burst consistently with little to no downtime on what I wanted to use, and the team, I felt safe while using it, and I felt I had fun. So, pretty much a dual DPS team, which I never really dabbled with, and I think it's pretty efficient, if you ask me. So, but that's up to you. However you see this team comp, you can give it a try in some content in the game. So, yeah, I was always a Yae-Miko just elemental skill and swap off user. So being able to create much burst a lot, actually just, it feels super nice. So thank you to that commenter. I'll put them on the screen as well. If I did put it before the video, I'll put them on the after. Just, you know, just to thank them for that. And I will view the other comments and see what I could find and try them out, right? Okay, so when I did testing with G2 Xilonen in my previous videos, I did a Keqing test and a Clorinde test, both using official, but I never used them together. So this comment recommended me to try them together. They did say Favonius, but I believe without Favonius I can get enough energy on it on their own. So obviously, let's find out, right? Alright, I believe when I activated her Night Soul thingy, it didn't max out her skill, but I was still able to burst on cooldown of my, of obviously the characters. So, keeping that in mind, you can, with this team, it feels very consistent. And obviously, like in the same team, the previous one, it feels safe to use with Beidou. And I think you could do it in any order you like, because Keqing can pretty much burst whenever she wants, because every time you use Xilonen's skill, her burst is pretty much back. Clorinde has a little bit of a longer cooldown, I believe. Yeah, 15 seconds, so you pretty much just reduce it by a pretty decent amount if you're using your other characters. And Beidou's quick and easy to use. For this rotation, you could just use a skill again, because it's a 10-second cooldown. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. So, I approve of this team as well. It it feels super nice. The dual DPS stuff, it's pretty cool. I was never dabbled with dual DPSs. I was always just go in with, you know, like say Keqing and put a sub DPS with her or another buffer. So being able to toy around with dual DPSs and actually feel good about it. Well, I haven't really tested it enough to where I can say it was bad otherwise. So maybe dual DPS were good. I just never tried them out. So anyways, yeah, Keqing and Clorinde working together. I I do approve. So I won't do this test, but if you do want to do it, Keqing or swapping either of them out with just Raiden is another option. Maybe just replacing Keqing because he's already quick. So, yeah. So just toying around with just dual DPSs should work no matter what, because yeah, like because they work well together. Don't know what else to say, but I just have to say that I approve of it. So, thank you, commenter. I will put you on the screen if I haven't already. And yeah, thank you for that. I'm gonna see if there's any more comments I can work with and play around with some teams I didn't yet. Okay, so with another comment saying that I can give possibly Tighnari and Keqing a try. And obviously Xilonen C2, they do not know what would the last slot be. They could say, they said Yae, Raiden, no. They said Sarah or Yae. Which could be nice. I think I might be able to be safe with either Beidou or Nahida, just so I can have the extra Dendro and Dendro resistance for more Tighnari damage. But I'm going to start off with what they think. Just start off with what they say and see how things go, right? Okay, the things I could have used, I could have possibly used this team incorrectly, because they did mention kind of spamming bursts on cooldown, and I kind of just, I left Tighnari on the field for a very long time, so that could be an issue on my part, but the team is pretty interesting too. Let's just figure out what I could do. I messed up the start, but I was surprised when Sarah's burst was actually ready to go. So, I'm just a team to toy around with. It could have some interesting synergies and stuff. You just probably have to test around with it a bit. Obviously, this was my first time trying it out, and yeah, let me know what you think. I guess I thought it's pretty cool. You can just pretty much use the burst on cooldown with Tighnari to just add to the fun, I guess. So, yeah, I will put you on the screen, your comment. Thank you for providing me a team to try out. This is very fun, because reducing elemental burst cooldowns is very, very unique, with like only like one character really doing that much. Which C6, so, well, I could be wrong. I shouldn't really speak, because I haven't looked at all the constellations. So, anyways, this team is pretty cool. Just showcasing whatever I can provide get from the comments. So yeah, thank you for that. I'll see if I have any other teams. All right, so this team, I also did not give it a try. So it's a Clorinde team, typical, but instead of official, it's Beidou and Nahida, and so let's obviously give this a team a try. So when I was doing my test with Clorinde official, I had Beidou here for a little bit of defense stuff, but Xilonen gives you a little bit of stagger resistance at C1, but Beidou also does. So if they stack together, it could be pretty interesting. So I'm gonna go with this Inazuma domain because there are multiple enemies to work with, and let's find out if I have a good potential team. Okay, well, well, while fighting right now, I will say that I might have maybe made a mistake because Nahida, doesn't really excel in multi-wave content for the Dendro application, so I could try. I will try this team in another scenario. So, but pretty much shooting and chaining lightning is pretty fun. I'm not really proccing my artifact set, am I? But it's Thundering Fury. But when the Dendro's on the enemy, it is very wild. So, I do approve of this team so far, even though I didn't really have the right scenario for it. Maybe Baiju would be better because he can do Dendro off field. But I'm gonna try to come up with a scenario where I can actually use them all. Okay, so I believe, so this is the, the Notland artifact domain. I believe they have enough health to, survive a few attacks. I was thinking about doing the Deepwood domain, but that might be too easy. So, anyways, let's see how these guys go. You know what? I like that. And I may not have my burst right now, but this is where I would have swapped to her and got them back. So, honestly, yeah, very nice team. I I approve of that. So thank you to that commenter. I might actually give this more tries in the future because, Clorinde is pretty. I really enjoy playing her. So you get yourself your pretty much single target damage, but Beidou helps with that, pretty much giving you more AoE-ish. Especially when there's like 2 to 3 enemies, you're doing a lot of fun. So thank you for that team. Pretty much just, I don't know if they were recommending it, they were just saying that they enjoy it, or they think. So I will just put them on the screen, just to give them a little shout out and thank you. So I appreciate for sharing the team. So yeah, anyways. Okay, so the next team is another variant of Yae-Miko. I've used this team in the past, but obviously with Kazu instead of Xilonen, so now let's see how this fares with cooldowns. I'm a bit worried, but might as well just try out and see if I can get rid of that worry, right? Just have some fun. Oh gosh, Xilonen almost died. So, considering how the rotation was a little bit iffy, I'm not sure if it was about my ER, but I think it was about the cooldown. So, using both of them together, and obviously it could be my gameplay too that messes up. Like, maybe there's a way to perfect this. So, this was just my first time attempt, just showing how you could do it pretty much right away without any preparations or practice. So, it may be a bit iffy, but I mean, it died, so I'll give it props for that. So, yeah, I'll put the comment on the screen. Let me know what you think. Anyone in the comments, you can say anything about this. So, it functions. It's not exactly like smooth like the other ones, but testing exists for the reason of testing. So, to figure out if a thing works or not. So, that's what I'm here for. Here to help just have some fun and figure out teams for anything. So hope you like that. I believe I have like one more team to try out. So yeah. Okay, so this team is pretty much a meme team, I'd say. Just for the sake of bursting as much as you can. But we're not here talking about functionality and meta. I'm just here to see if it runs smoothly and is fun. So yeah, let's find out, right? So let me just think of how I should do this. I could start with Xilonen, or I could... Yeah, let's just do that. Why not, right? Oops, wrong character. Sorry. Well, as you can see, I actually had all their bursts ready to go. Until that could be a Raiden ER, or not a Raiden-Sara ER issue. So, if your ER is like well optimized for this, you can have the fun with this. Or if your Kuki isn't exactly okay, let me just talk after I kill it. So, what could be adjusted is maybe like an ER weapon, but possibly I don't I don't know if this person. I'm guessing this set is useless for this team, so you can put like a sub DPS build or tenacity, and you can do like Favonius to help get a little bit more particles as you transition to Sara and Raiden. So it could be an error on my builds, but the first rotation was actually very very funny. So very smooth. The first rotation was, so I approve of that. So yeah, just C2 Xilonen isn't just about like meta. Okay, you do more damage. We're here to have fun with the Electros because it's a single player game. Let's have some fun, right? There's no leaderboards, pretty much, so might as well just enjoy your time actually enjoying the game rather than building the best characters for your team when you could just build your favorite characters and just make it more spicy. So yeah, anyways, yeah, I did enjoy that. That was pretty cool. Yeah, you could just alter the Kuki build because she is obviously just on a support hyper boom user, so that obviously won't do anything for the team, just healing and more Electro. So yeah, anyways, I will, if I haven't already, I'll have that comment on the screen just to give him a little shout out, and I thank you for providing a team for me to try out that I did not. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, especially if you made it this far, like and subscribe if you like, drop a comment, maybe even drop another team advice, another team for me to toy around with if you've reviewed the 2 videos before this. I've tested out around a bunch of teams over the course of like 40 minutes of YouTube footage, so this is probably going to be another 20. Or more. This might be actually the longest one. So anyways, yeah, do whatever you want. You could say hi in the chat. In the comments. I'm not a streamer. I don't know why I'm saying that. So yeah, yeah. I have nothing else to say. I hope you enjoyed. So yeah, see you guys.